Hi, my name is Yolanda Avery, and I think I decided to take this class in hopes to learn more about children and families. Um, Currently, in my employment, I work with children and families, and so I do have some understanding, um, but I'm fairly new into the field, and so I would like to gather more information and just gain as much knowledge as possible in order to be more effective in my work. What I hope to gain from this class, again, is more knowledge. I think that due to my past, like growing up and my experiences, I grew up in the foster care system, so that's an interest of mine to help out children that are in foster care, and also other vulnerable children, whether it's reunification or permanent placement and adoption. However, from like a foster care perspective, I know how I would help clients with their families and placements and things like that. On the child level and interaction, that's where I feel weak, just because I think my childhood was kind of ripped away from me, and so I don't have a lot of experience with children. I also find it awkward and a bit uncomfortable to interact with children just because I don't have that experience. And so in working with children, I feel like I'm socially awkward. That's one area that I would like to improve, just because I believe that children sense that awkwardness and it can compromise the relationship. And so that's one of the things that I hope to gain in this class, is maybe a little bit more knowledge on how to go about that. The one thing that I would like my classmates to know about how I feel about child abuse is that it's wrong. Again, like I said, I grew up in foster care, and the reason why I grew up in foster care is my biological parents' rights were terminated when I was around 5, and it was for severe neglect, physical abuse, and also my parents were heavily involved with drugs and drug trafficking. I grew up in Colombia, South America, and then once their rights were terminated, I went into foster care there and eventually adopted into a family in the United States. That first family was also abusive, verbally and mentally, not so much physically, and the schools there intervened and had to get involved, and their rights were terminated, and then I was placed into long-term foster care. So I do have knowledge about abuse. I also know the long-term effects that it has on the individual, and those effects are long life lasting, and I think every social worker and anybody possible that's working with children, if at all possible, if there's any evidence of child abuse or neglect, needs to stand up and be an advocate for small children who don't have a voice and oftentimes go unnoticed or unheard, just because they don't know how to navigate systems to get themselves out of situations like that. I'm very thankful for the people that intervened and helped me along the way. And I truly feel that if it weren't for those people, my life could have been drastically different. So for those reasons, child advocacy is very important to me, and also one of the reasons why I want just to gain more knowledge so that I can give back in any way that I can. I look forward to reading and hearing everybody's responses and getting to know you. Thank you.